Hello and welcome to season 2 of Mchuma Reviews. Many thanks for joining us, and as we had promised, you're gonna bring you amazing vehicles for us to have a look at, have a chit chat and know exactly what it's all about. And right now we're at Diamond Plaza 2 in Parklands at Imports by Cairo, and we want to look at an American car. Actually, this is our first American car that you're doing in all our reviews, and this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Let's have a look. So the Jeep cars have actually been manufactured from way back in World War II, and what you see here, this is a Jeep Grand Cherokee. The first version was introduced in 1993, but this is the first generation and they call it the WK2. So this is actually the 2014 version. As you can see, it's really premium, everything feels good, the build quality is amazing. And when you come closer at the lights right here, I don't know, you can see clearly it says since 1941, since when they started manufacturing these cars. So this is a 2014 version and it is really cool. Everything, the build quality is phenomenal, and I just want us to have a look and just go through and see just basically how this car is. As you can see right here, we have 18-inch wheels that are actually really amazing. So Jeep offers these wheels in aluminum and steel, so depending on what you want, you can always get it. And when you just come right here, you get this wonderful massive side mirrors, and of course you have the turn signals and also a camera right here. So that's actually really cool. And of course you get the word Grand Cherokee right here on the door. So I love the fact that you have this wonderful contrast right here. Of course it's I think it's gray or something, and it actually looks really good. And the taillights on this car are just phenomenal, and you can check them from all the sides, from here and here, and they're LED and they're super nice. Of course you get the 4x4 badge, and of course this is a Jeep, so opening the tailgate is just as simple. Just come on your key fob and just press right here. The tailgate will open up. Yep, so just wait upon it. And right here you get massive storage. I mean, this place is huge. And I love the fact that it's so premium. I love this. In fact, everything in this car is so premium. So you just come and lift this first floor right here and you get a full-size spare wheel, which is actually so amazing. And you got some storage right here, so you just remove this and put in a few things that maybe you want to have. Also do that to this other side. So of course you get this wonderful anchors right here for putting in and anchoring your stuff, and this parcel shelf right here in case you want to have some privacy right here, and you can also put more things over here. So you get a power outlet right here, which is actually so amazing. So this is actually for just some anchor points, and also anchor points on this other side. So closing the tailgate, you can press a button right here, or again you go to your key fob. So you just put this back and just head over to your key fob again and press this button, and the boot will close on its own. Well, it's a bit slow, but it's massive. So what you see here, you get two exhausts, or you can say twin exhausts. I actually think it's so good. So this is so wonderful, and generally the build quality, I can say, in this car is so phenomenal. Everything feels so good and quality. I mean, when you buy this car, this is a Jeep, this is a perfect SUV, perfect off-roader, and you get all these nitty-gritties that you're talking about. So when you look at this design, it's actually really amazing, because you have like some form of like tiny cubicles right here, and this is so unique. I've never seen this in any other car, and I love the fact that on this wonderful vehicle, the tail lights actually split both on the boot and also right here on the body of the car. Therefore, when you're opening the boot and maybe you're parking, even the person who is coming behind you can see. Everything feels so quality. In fact, this thing is so heavy. Jeep, I've always fancied driving a Jeep, and here's the opportunity that I have. I don't even know how to open this. Oh, it is. Wow. Whoa. So here's the heart of this car. This is the heart of this car. Of course, it's a wonderful V6. Everything in feels so good. And by the way, I've noted something. If you can just look closer, this car of course has the V6 engine, but there's a lot of space right here, meaning that you can also fit the V8. And this car actually has a variety of engines. You have of course the V6, and you also have the V8. So you can always fit in a V8 engine inside here. This is absolute phenomenal. It's super amazing. And what you see here is a V6. It's called a Pentastar. It's a 3.6 liter petrol engine, naturally aspirated. For if you're the person who love, the old naturally aspirated vehicles, this is what you need to buy. 3.6 liter, very powerful. It gives you 290 horsepower and 353 Newton meters of torque, which is actually phenomenal for a naturally aspirated car. So just looking at here, everything feels so good. Everything feels in place. So even as we're finishing up talking about this, the engine and the hood, what you have is, this is actually the grille style of the Jeep that is so common in all the Jeep cars. And of course, you have wonderful daytime running LED lights. So let's head over to the interior. So right here at the back seat of this really good car, I love the build quality, leather interior. As you can see, you have perforated seats, and I'm going to tell you everything about that. So right here, this is actually so good. You know me, I'm a fan of black leather. This is wonderful interior. Of course, you get some few gray stitching, which is actually good. And you get wonderful armrest plus 2 cup holders and isofix seat anchor positions for your child. And I think actually 3 adults can fit in quite perfectly right here. Gets wonderful leg room, just because I'm a bit tall and this seat is a bit reclined, but 3 adults can fit in quite good. So what you see right here on the door panel is actually really good. Of course, you get this wonderful chrome door handle, and you get this, I don't know whether it's wood or plastic, but this chrome, but the build quality is actually really amazing. Well, I was actually expecting that the windows will go down the way down, but it's still good because the position is actually relatively low, and therefore still have a good space. As you can see, I'm actually very comfortable. This car is super amazing. It's so comfortable right here. Of course, even on the door handles, you have some convenient light right here. And there's a key thing that you want us to know. Of course, you have the perforated seats. So right here, as you can see on these adjustments, these are actually heated seats, and they have 2 levels of heating that you want. So in Nairobi, this is that it's always raining all the time, so you'll be very comfortable right here. And as you can see, you got 2 USB charging slots here. Therefore, the passengers that you have right here can always charge their phones, and especially what your iPhone, who normally run out of charge every time, like Dan right here. So you can always have your charger right here and charge. Of course, you get this wonderful air vent. So this car, generally, I can say in the back seat, it's so amazing. And if you want to have more storage, put that lever, and of course everything lies flat, and you get wonderful space right here. And let me show you how big it is via the boot. So look at how massive space we have right here. My goodness, this space is good. Even Dan can fit right here. Dan Dan is 6'2", and he's actually quite comfortable. You can even have your dogs right here, German Shepherds and all that. So yeah, this is actually wonderful. This space is huge. So right here at the driver's seat, I'm so comfortable. Of course, leather, and I love the sound that this car has. Is actually really good. Right here, you get powered 2 memory settings, and of course powered seats, and you can always adjust your mirrors and side mirrors right here. So it's a leather armrest plus some silver stitching. Is actually really good. So when you just open this up, you get a power outlet right here, 12-volt socket, and also this is actually where you put in your DVD and all that. Actually, this is a very weird place of putting it, but I like it. I've never seen it right here, so this is actually good. So right here, when you have like your power outlet, so like I can show you just right now. So let's say you have that device for charging, so you just put it here, and as you can see, there's a small constriction here. Therefore, when you close, it will not interfere with your cable. So I think this is really thoughtful of them. This is so wonderful. So moving over right here, you have a lot of coaxing features that actually look pretty good. So right here, this is the air suspension, so you either lift it up or lower it down. And what you see here is the drive modes. And where else have you seen something similar? on the Land Rovers. They have this. So in this car you can always put it in auto, so that the car will actually decide which driving mode you are and adjust accordingly. You get sand, snow, mud and rock. So depending on your driving condition, this car will treat you wonderfully. So sand, snow, mud, rock, all right here. And what you see, this button is actually hill descent assist, and this one is actually for what you call the low range mode on the gear ratio. So you get wonderful cup holders right here. Of course, I love this gear lever, feels so good. So you just press this and then you shift whether you want to go to reverse, neutral or drive, and also sport mode. So underneath here you get really cool features right here. So you get, of course, a power outlet and the cigarette lighter, and you can always place in your USB charging right here, and also the aux cable, and also your micro SD, or just put in your SD for your entertainment. And speaking of entertainment, this car has so many speakers. Of course, you've seen one at the back, and you see right here we have 1, 2, 3, and also at the back of the door, the back passengers also have a speaker. So looking at the build quality right here, generally everything feels good. I love this leather stitching, everything feels so premium. Of course, you get this wonderful wood finish that's actually really good. Of course, when they get a decent size glove box that actually so wonderful. This is where you put the ETC card. So you get this wonderful air vents. I love the everything here looks so good. And of course, you get this wonderful air vents right here, and this have the radio and climate control. So every passenger right here has their own climate control. This is for activating the parking sensors. This is just the eco mode, and this is the normal traction control. So basically this is what you have right here. So if you can come closer, the rear view mirror, the build material is actually wonderful. It's so quality. Yeah, I actually love the way it is. And right here, just get a place to just put in your sunglasses, which is actually wonderful. Though we do not have a sunroof, this is actually good. So there's a button right here. This is actually for opening the tailgate. So maybe when you're visiting the malls, you don't have to, struggle. Just come and press right here, and it open up and close the tailgate. These are just basically these lights that you have right here. So yes, we get a convenient light. I was hoping that it was here, and I see you have a convenient light right here. And of course, you can always remove and adjust depending on the direction of the sun. So this car, I can say I'm really impressed by it. It is so phenomenal, it's so amazing. And just looking generally here at the steering wheel, it's leather, and in some models you get heated steering wheels. I think this one is even heated. Okay, we're going to find out when you drive. So in some models you get heated steering wheel. This is the leather. Of course, you have the paddle shifters right here. That's actually really good. And this is a multifunctional steering wheel. This is where you make a phone call and voice command and cut the phone. Phone calls is just for adjusting the menu settings and all that. And what you see here is for setting the cruise control, which is wonderful. So in some high-end specs of this car, these buttons will have what we call an adaptive cruise control, but here this is still good. So we just love it the way it is. As you can see, since 1941, I think this is when the Jeep they started manufacturing these Jeep cars. Of course, we have this Jeep grill, which is so wonderful. So this is a 2014 version, and there's one thing that I'm super impressed in this car. You get the digital display. Wow, I love the digital display. It's actually so good. So you get all the information that you need on the car. Of course, the fuel gauge, the tachometer, and also you get your speed. So basically, my random thought about this car, this interior is wonderful, and you feel like you're in a really premium car. Of course, it is a premium. It's a premium vehicle. So yes. That's it. So of course you're in a premium vehicle, and I love the fact that everything here feels so good. And it's my first time actually doing an American car, and I tell you, I love it. Everything is good. In fact, the language is in English. Don't really have to translate all that like the way they normally do on these other vehicles. But Americans did well when they made this Jeep, because I even feel like I'm driving a German car, because in Kenya we used to having German cars as our luxury car, and I tell you, this Jeep is one of a kind. So now, what is left? Let us test drive this behemoth of a car, the American off-roader luxury SUV. wonderful Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I tell you, it's so wonderful. A big behemoth of a car, SUV, and there's actually relatively sharp corners, and the car is just very nice, very smooth, and I love the fact that there's minimum body roll in this car. Oh my goodness, you know, I never knew that I'd love driving a naturally aspirated engine like this one. Wonderful transmission of the gears. And there's one thing that I love. The air suspension, of course, makes this car very comfortable, and there's a lot of room for you to view. I mean, the windows are relatively low. Corners, the car is good, minimum body roll, and of course, you get minimum engine and road noise, which is actually very good. It's so quiet out here, and this car is fitted with a ZF 8 HP gearbox. That's just basically an 8-speed automatic. So the sitting position is actually wonderful. I'm so comfortable right here, and I'm sure even the average humans and tall people like Dan can be very comfortable out here. And the seat position is wonderful, also very comfortable, and therefore I can drive long distances in this car. The AC is also good, very quiet. Everything is just good. Luxury. I mean, when you buy this car, of course, you can visit us at Imports by Cairo here at Diamond Plaza 2, and we're going to give you this and much more rides that you want. So another thing that I'd like us to talk about is that you have the really wonderful and massive side mirrors. You see, these side mirrors will help you really get a wonderful view and actually on the road, because this car, as I told you, it's huge. I mean, one of the largest SUVs that you've driven. And comparing it to its competitors, for Porsche you get the Porsche Cayenne, for Mercedes you get the ML series, for VW you get the Touareg, and I don't know whether you can fit in the Discovery or the Range Rover Sport, maybe not, but again, those are the competitors that you have on this category of cars, and this is one of the best ones that I actually love. So this is so good, so premium. There's one thing, I was expecting this car to have what we call the electronic parking, not this, like what you have here, the foot brake, which is still okay, but then I mean, for 2014 version, wow, people have been doing electronic parking brakes from way back. So maybe that's one of the things that I think they might have, you know, like try to work, but it's still okay, because at the end of the day, it serves its purpose. And we have come to the end of our video, and I tell you for a fact that this is a one-of-a-kind car, Jeep Grand Cherokee, amazing American luxury SUV. So I just wanted to check our average fuel economy. So as I'm checking on our screen, we're averaging at 22.8 liters per 100 kilometers. Well, considering the fact that this is a 3.6 liter V6, and also that we have the 8-speed automatic gearbox, I think we've done well for such a car. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the like button. See you in our next video.